Chachamaru was hiking in the forest when he got lost. After wandering for hours, he collapsed from exhaustion. Luckily, he was found by Taimi and taken back to her village. That night, the demon Yananov attacked the village and kidnapped Taimi. Now it's up to Chachamaru to get her back. After the excellently portrayed intro sequence, you are thrown straight in at the ground floor of Yananov's Tower of Abyss. Walking forward, you are presented with this massive gaping hole that, should you step near, you will plummet down. On your descent, you'll notice various platforms on the left that house doors. Try to fall towards one and you'll find yourself in a dungeon level. Each floor has a different layout, with pitfalls that can sometimes be jumped over using A. You actually get a 3-tile clearance with your jumps in a similar way that Link does in Link's Awakening. There will be chests that you can open for armor, keys and the like. Various doors block your way and might be opened by a key or sealed by a magic spell. You'll often see enemies meandering about in areas that you can't reach. In fact, it may seem on some levels you can't progress at all. Don't worry too much about it, open what you can and then retreat back to the main tower part. Note you can't ascend the tower again at first, but you can drop down further levels, which you will have to do. Eventually you'll come across enemies that you can fight. Come into contact with them to be taken to the battle arena. Here, you simply press A when next to an enemy to attack it, trying to kill all of them before your own HP runs out. There's little art to your combat save trying to pick enemies off one at a time and not get ganged up on. You earn XP and level up in much the way you'd expect. Keep exploring until you find doors that you can open. Reading signs doesn't help that much. The text is somewhat cryptic anyway, so don't be concerned in translating it. Basically, if you come up to an obstacle, press A next to it, and if it doesn't budge, you can't go that way yet. There are some pretty entertaining story sections in the game. At one point you'll come across a skull embedded in the wall. One of its eyes has rolled away, and it'll plead with you to go find it. A ring on the floor is Izumi's fountain. Drinking from it replenishes your health, so these are good places to hang around if you're wanting to go for the enemies to level up. Note, they don't respawn, so grinding isn't really an option, but you actually don't have to fight the enemies. The battle arena has only 3 sides and can be easily escaped at any time by simply walking out. You have to kill all the monsters in an encounter to get the experience, but it's good to bear in mind you're not stuck in a battle if it's going horribly. You will have to clear out the whole thing at once though. Killing 2 out of 3 zombies in a battle, then leaving, will cause them all to reappear with no actual benefit to you. It takes a very long time to level up. Each battle screen, usually featuring 3 of an enemy, grants you a measly 6 experience points, and you need 100 to reach the next level, meaning you basically have to clear out all available targets for ages before you'll notice any progress in that department. It doesn't really encourage you to even engage targets that you don't have to. Some will block your way, or guard chests that you need to open, but just as many can be avoided. The sound is quite grating at times, especially the wall bumping noise, and needed a lot more work throughout. Visually though, it's quite accomplished. Aside from the underwhelming combat sequences and the occasional soft locks, if you miss something on a higher floor that you need to escape a lower one, you're basically buggered. This is actually a very well executed puzzle RPG that is possible to enjoy without needing the text all that much. Thanks so much for watching this video. Let me know your thoughts on the game down below, and if you can spare a second, give the review a quick thumbs up, it really helps out. Subscribe to the Portable Power Podcast for a new Game Boy review every day from Monday to Friday. Or alternately, new episodes of the podcast drop every Saturday and Sunday on whichever platform you get your pods. See you later on.